Archangel Michael says, "This wealthy man is transferring his power of attorney to your name because you are unaware he is your relative. Open this message tonight or he will donate it all." You don't have time to scroll past this because heaven is moving with urgency and your name is being whispered in rooms you didn't even know existed. This is not just about property or inheritance. This is a divine appointment written long before your birth, sealed in the heavenlies, and now being revealed. Something has been signed in your favor. God has already prepared a transfer of power, authority, and favor into your hands, but if you don't lean in now, you may miss it. This is not about a man who happens to be rich. This is about God using what is hidden to reveal who you really are. This is about identity. This is about timing. And this is about a transfer of divine authority that can change everything around you. Comment "Amen" right now if your heart feels this stirring inside. Let me ask you to gently like this video if you believe this word has found you in the right moment, because I believe God doesn't let anything reach you by mistake. Now listen closely. You are unaware, and that's the problem. You are walking through your life as if no one sees you, no one knows what you've survived, and no one has counted your sacrifices. But heaven has. And so has this man. He's not just rich in the physical sense. He is symbolic of the one whom God uses to represent what is already yours in the Spirit. He is a picture of legacy, of covenant, of something passed down that didn't begin with you, but is meant to reach you. And here is the painful truth that many overlook. You are not just battling for survival. You are fighting because the enemy knows your inheritance is coming. There is something in your bloodline, something holy and weighty, that is about to be activated. Heaven sees you as more than you see yourself. You've been calling yourself broken, unworthy, tired, and lost. But the one who formed you, the one who wrote your days before you breathed your first breath, knows your name, your calling, your promise. The silence you've been walking through was not punishment. It was preservation. Because some inheritances take time to mature. Some transfers require the receiver to be ready. And now, you are being prepared for a divine unlocking. This man represents more than gold or assets. He represents authority. The legal right to shift things on your behalf. And that authority is being transferred. Not earned. Not deserved. Transferred. Because it was always yours by birthright. You were always a child of the Most High. You were always destined to carry light in the darkness. You were always called to walk where others stumble and speak where others are silent. And this man, this figure of blessing and wealth and favor, is part of the unfolding plan to wake you up. You are no longer allowed to sleep on yourself. You are no longer allowed to sit in rooms where you are not seen. You are no longer allowed to believe the lie that you are forgotten. Heaven is interrupting your night with this word because this is a spiritual awakening. A legal shift. The kind that changes names in books and unlocks rooms once closed. Comment 1111 if you believe this moment was sent to confirm what God has already been whispering to your spirit. The power of attorney being transferred is not just paperwork. It's a prophetic symbol. It means you are being given the right to speak, move, and act on behalf of heaven's will for your life. It means when you pray, angels respond. When you declare, the atmosphere changes. When you step, doors open. And the enemy has been trying to distract you with delay, with discouragement, with heartbreak, because he knew the papers were coming. And now they're here. The inheritance is being released. The scroll is opening. The angels are watching. And God is inviting you to wake up, rise up, and walk boldly into the name that has been spoken over you since before time began. This is not a story of loss. This is not a warning of what you could miss. This is a love letter from heaven telling you that you were never forgotten, not for 1 second. There have been people, situations, and systems that tried to bury you in shame. But God never signed off on your destruction. He always had a rescue plan. And this is part of it. This is your moment of recognition. This is the uncovering. The revealing. The moment when the forgotten child is remembered, and the door swings wide open. You were not meant to live in lack. Not just financial lack, but spiritual emptiness, emotional abandonment, mental torment. You were created to walk in overflow, in peace, in joy, in confidence. And now, the evidence of that calling is being delivered. The paperwork is being handed over. The seal of God is on your name. You didn't know you were chosen, but heaven has always known. You are not here by accident. You didn't press play by chance. This is a divine interruption. A heavenly reminder that what is yours cannot be stolen, only delayed. But even delay bows to the timing of God. He is speaking now. He is stirring now. He is healing now. He is restoring now. Not tomorrow. Now. The man in this message may be a symbol, or maybe he's real. Either way, the spirit behind this word is real. The inheritance is real. The breakthrough is real. And if you do not receive it, if you scroll past it, it will be given to another. Not because God plays favorites, but because some things must be claimed. Some doors must be walked through. Some moments must be answered. Comment 222 if you trust that this is your time and you are ready to receive it. Why is the government hiding this 7-second brain ritual from the public? A leaked CIA document just exposed a brain technique so powerful, it's helping people cancel debt and call in wealth within days. Validated by 4 top neuroscience labs, this method is changing everything. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. Let your spirit lean in. Let your heart stay soft. Let your faith rise above the voices that told you you'd never make it. You are walking into days where the impossible becomes normal. You are standing in the hour where the generational chains are breaking, and the curses that tried to claim you are being reversed. The hand of God is not just near. It is on you. Guiding. Covering. Protecting. Equipping. You were born for this moment. You were prepared in the fire for this victory. You were chosen long before you knew your name. And now, what was hidden is being revealed. The wealthy man was not the source. God is. But he uses vessels to release what was written. He uses people, moments, and signs to point you back to his promise. The power of attorney being transferred into your name is not just a legal concept. It is a spiritual revelation. It means the full rights to authority, access, and inheritance have shifted. Not to someone more perfect, not to someone more popular, not to someone more put together, but to you. There has been a divine appointment set in motion. You may not see it in your physical world yet, but in the spiritual realm, your name is being announced. The silence you've endured has been echoing in heaven. Your private tears have become seeds of glory. You didn't lose your worth in the battle. You didn't disqualify yourself in your mistakes. In fact, your scars have only proven how deeply heaven has invested in your survival. Comment 333 to declare your faith in what God is awakening inside of you right now. God is not looking for those who have everything figured out. He is looking for the ones who are ready to receive what they didn't even know was coming. You felt overlooked for too long. You've watched others rise while you stayed hidden. But hidden is not the same as forgotten. Hidden means protected. Hidden means covered. Hidden means prepared. And now, God is uncovering the scroll that carries your name. There are people who wrote you off. There are seasons that tried to drown you. There were nights when you asked if your life would ever mean anything beyond pain. But God kept you breathing because the promise had not yet been fulfilled. He knew that at the right time, the release would come. He knew the day you would be strong enough to carry what is being given to you. That day is today. You may not feel ready. That's okay. When God hands over authority, He does not expect perfection, only surrender. Your surrender is more powerful than any plan. Your yes is stronger than any fear. And with one simple act of belief, everything can begin to move. Every delay can become acceleration. Every closed door can become a divine detour that leads you directly into your miracle. This wealthy man represents more than abundance. He represents legacy. And that legacy is now being tied to your life. The spiritual inheritance meant for your bloodline, the blessings spoken over your ancestors, the promises they did not live long enough to see, you are the one God has chosen to carry it through. You are the one who will break what needs to be broken and birth what has never been seen before. You do not need to beg for what is already yours. You do not need to chase favor when it has already been assigned to you. Your name has been written on the documents. Your name has been sealed by the authority of the King of Kings. When God authorizes a transfer, no man can block it, no system can stop it, no demon can delay it. It is coming because it has been decreed. What does this transfer really mean? It means you will walk in rooms with favor that doesn't make sense. It means doors will open not because of your resume, but because of your obedience. It means people will recognize something on you that you haven't even seen in yourself yet. That is the power of God. That is what it looks like when heaven endorses a life. You are not powerless. You are not forgotten. You are not empty. You are full of God's purpose. You are carrying His Spirit. And now, He is awakening that fire again. He is stirring the oil that the enemy tried to dry out. He is reigniting your vision, your voice, your authority. And He is reminding you that this life is not just about survival. This life is about impact, about fulfillment, about legacy, about heaven invading earth through your obedience. So when you hear about this wealthy man transferring his power of attorney, don't look outside of yourself. Look within. This is God's way of saying that what belongs to you has always been marked with your name. The moment you believe, the moment you receive, everything begins to shift. The Holy Spirit does not need a perfect vessel, just a willing one. Comment 555 if you are ready to walk into the inheritance that was always meant to be yours. God is not asking you to earn this. He is inviting you to accept it. His favor is not for sale. His love is not for hire. His calling is not reserved for the flawless. It is for those who are willing to believe that what He said, He will do. Even when you feel undeserving. Especially when you feel unworthy. That is when grace shows its strength. That is when mercy moves mountains. Do not let your past dictate your future. Do not let the voices of shame and doubt speak louder than the voice of your Creator. When He says it is time, then it is time. And now is your time. The inheritance of peace is being released. The transfer of divine wisdom is being placed into your hands. The keys to spiritual authority are being handed to you, not because you're lucky, but because you are called. Can 7 seconds really change your bank account overnight? A CIA-funded study just leaked, revealing a brain ritual that's flipping lives from broke to blessed. 4 neuroscience labs confirm it activates powerful wealth attraction brainwaves. People are now stepping into dream homes and luxury lifestyles. But this breakthrough won't stay online for long. Click the link in the description and comments now before it's deleted forever. The man who was once a stranger to you is actually tied to your bloodline by divine design. His wealth is a symbol, his power a metaphor, but the transfer is very real. This is how God works. He hides what is holy until the appointed time. He shields what is sacred until the one He chooses is ready to receive. You are that one. You are the recipient. You are the chosen heir. You do not need to explain this season to anyone. You do not need to convince others of what God is doing. Some things are too holy for debate. Some miracles are meant to be witnessed, not argued. Keep your heart aligned. Keep your faith alive. And watch what happens when you embrace what has been waiting for you all along. The wealthy man is not just a symbol of finances. He is a representation of stored-up blessing. There are things you were meant to receive but didn't because you didn't know they were yours. There were gifts, opportunities, and resources that were held back, not because God said no, but because the enemy confused your identity and made you believe you weren't the one. But you are. You've always been the one. The enemy knew that if you ever realized it, everything would change. And now you do. Comment 1212 if you feel something inside you breaking open, because this is your confirmation. This is not just about wealth. This is about weight. The spiritual weight of glory is being released. You have carried heaviness, but now you will carry holiness. You have walked through rejection, but now you will walk in restoration. You have lived in shadows, but now the light of God is about to expose everything that was hidden, even in your own heart. The power of attorney being transferred is a release of responsibility. It means God trusts you. It means He sees you as mature enough to carry what others mishandled. You may not feel worthy, but that's exactly why you are. Because you will not treat this inheritance with pride. You will carry it with humility. You won't waste it, because you know what it costs to survive in the dark. You won't misuse it, because you know what it means to go without. The ones God trusts the most are often the ones who have felt the least seen. And now, you are not just seen, you are being summoned. This is not a season to explain yourself to people who still see you as who you used to be. Let them talk. Let them wonder. Let them question. Your job is not to convince anyone. Your job is to step forward. The signature has already been written in heaven. The name on the documents is yours. All of heaven is waiting on you to believe it. The inheritance includes peace where there was confusion. It includes healing where there was trauma. It includes direction where there was wandering. It includes clarity where there was doubt. When God transfers authority, it doesn't just touch your bank account, it touches your atmosphere. It changes how people treat you, how you see yourself, how doors respond to you. Things will begin to align because you are finally walking in your name. That name carries power, not because of your history, but because of your destiny. The enemy did everything to keep you distracted so you would never realize what you're carrying. He sent heartbreak, betrayal, and cycles to keep you locked in survival. But what he didn't expect was that you would endure. That you would keep praying. That you would keep standing. That you would keep hoping, even when everything around you looked hopeless. The Lord has watched it all. He has seen the moments you didn't even tell anyone about. He has heard the whispers of your heart. And now, He is answering with a shout. This transfer is loud. It's visible. It's undeniable. Because it's not just for you. It's for everyone connected to you. Your breakthrough is going to bless your bloodline. Your obedience is going to unlock freedom for those who come after you. You have been chosen to carry the shift. You have been chosen to walk out the change. You have been chosen to show the world what it looks like when heaven touches earth through a willing heart. This is bigger than you thought. This is not about recognition. This is about redemption. God is redeeming everything that was stolen. He is restoring everything that was delayed. He is reviving everything that was dead. Comment 777 if you know God is talking to you right now and you're ready to receive what has always been yours. The power of attorney means you now have the right to move with confidence. No more doubting your voice. No more second-guessing your decisions. No more shrinking back to make others comfortable. You are not a mistake. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are exactly who God chose to carry this mantle. This is not just about receiving something external. It's about becoming who you were always meant to be. The transfer changes how you think, how you speak, how you love, how you live. You were not made to simply survive life. You were made to change it. To bring light into dark places. To carry peace where there's pain. To walk with God in a way that others can feel when they're near you. You don't have to chase this. You don't have to force it. Just stay open. Stay surrendered. Let God do what only He can do. The doors are opening. The papers are signed. The favor is unlocked. You were unaware, but now you know. Now you are awakened. Now the Spirit is confirming what has been hidden under layers of doubt and fear. You are not in the background anymore. You are not watching others receive while wondering if your time will ever come. Your time has come. Your name has been called. The Lord is making room for you in places you were once pushed out of. He is putting your name in the mouths of people who have influence, because your obedience made heaven move. Could this 7-second CIA brainwave trick be your fastest ticket to luxury? Recently leaked research shows a simple brain ritual that's allowing people to attract wealth effortlessly. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, this technique is transforming debt into abundance, instantly. Homes, cars, and vacations are just the beginning. If you're seeing this now, you're very lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. The man who is transferring this power may never meet you in the flesh, but his role was simply to fulfill God's design. God doesn't need permission from the world to bless you. When He decides to favor you, He makes the whole earth align. And that's what's happening now. Everything is aligning. Everything is shifting. And it all starts with your yes. Say yes to what you don't fully understand. Say yes to the call that scares you. Say yes to the inheritance that feels too big. Say yes, because your yes is the key. It is the door. It is the unlocking. You have been chosen. Not accidentally, but intentionally. You are not the runner-up. You are not the backup plan. You are the divine selection. This inheritance is not just for survival, not just for comfort, and not just for recognition. It is meant for movement. You are called to move something forward, something sacred, something holy, something others tried to bury. You are carrying the next chapter of what God began long ago in your family line. You may have been unaware, but God has never been unaware of you. Even when you felt invisible, you were seen. Even when you were broken, you were being built. Even when you were left behind, heaven had you in focus. Now everything that was hidden is coming into the light. Comment 999 if you can feel that something in your spirit is waking up right now. When God gives authority, He does not just change your position. He changes your access. Places that were once closed to you will begin to open, not because of anything you forced, but because of who walks with you now. This is not a small promotion. This is not a minor adjustment. This is a holy takeover. You are stepping into fullness. The kind of fullness that swallows up every lie of lack, fear, guilt, and shame. The kind of fullness that turns sorrow into singing and mourning into strength. The kind that only God can give. There is a new language coming to your lips. The language of victory. The language of peace. The language of someone who knows they are chosen, not hoping, not wishing, but standing firmly in truth. Your voice will no longer tremble when you speak because it will no longer carry the weight of fear. It will carry the weight of heaven. You will speak and demons will flee. You will declare and chains will break. You will pray and healing will be released. Because the authority is not coming from you. It's flowing through you. You didn't earn this. You didn't make this happen. This was decided before you even knew your own name. God wrote you into this story with care. He preserved your life when others gave up. He shielded your heart when others tried to shatter it. He carried you through seasons where everything felt silent, because he knew that when the time came, the sound of your arrival into destiny would be undeniable. The power of attorney is the legal right to act on behalf of someone greater. Spiritually, that means you are now stepping into a life where you don't just talk about God's promises, you begin to move like someone who carries them. You begin to walk like someone who knows the victory has already been secured. Your authority in prayer increases. Your discernment sharpens. Your sensitivity to the Spirit deepens. And you begin to understand why the enemy fought you so hard. He wasn't just fighting your present. He was trying to block your future. But it didn't work. You're still here. Still standing. Still breathing. Still seeking. Still listening. And now, because of your persistence, because of your faithfulness even in doubt, you are being entrusted with more. This transfer is not random. It's reward. The reward of obedience. The reward of trusting even when nothing made sense. The reward of believing even when you had every reason to stop. You've been through enough to know the difference between false promises and real presence. And what you are receiving now is not hype, not a motivational moment, it is presence. Holy presence. God is drawing near to remind you that He never left you. That His plans for you are still good. That His purpose for you is still alive. That His power through you is still unmatched. This transfer is proof that He is not finished. Comment 10:10 if you believe that God is not done and that something greater is being unlocked in your life right now. What once overwhelmed you will now submit to you. What once silenced you will now be silenced by your praise. The enemy that once chased you will now run from the sound of your footsteps. You are not the same. The transfer changes things. It shifts the atmosphere. It changes the story. You are not just hoping for favor anymore. You are carrying it. You are wearing it. And people will begin to notice. They won't be able to explain it, but they'll feel it. Because what's on your life cannot be hidden anymore. There will be people who don't understand the change in you. Let them misunderstand. There will be people who try to remind you of your past. Let them speak. Their words have no authority here. The only voice that matters is the one that called you out of darkness into light. And that voice is saying, take it. It's yours. Take the joy. Take the healing. Take the peace. Take the authority. It's not being lent to you. It's being given to you, forever. You are not too late. You are not too young, too old, too broken, too anything. You are exactly the right vessel. The transfer happened because God knew you could carry it. Even when you were unsure. Even when you were insecure. Even when you felt unqualified. God still chose you. He knew what was in you. He knew what He placed there. And now, the weight of that glory is rising to the surface. What's the buzz behind the 7-second brain trick making headlines? A recently leaked CIA brain ritual is turning heads, and bank balances. Backed by 4 neuroscience labs, this simple home method is turning money blocks into unstoppable wealth flow. Homes, cars, and cash are flooding in. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. You may not feel the shift all at once, but you will begin to see it. In how you speak. In how you think. In how you pray. In how you believe. The confidence you thought was gone is coming back. The dreams you buried are coming alive. The gifts you forgot about are being activated. You are being positioned, not for the applause of people, but for the purpose of heaven. Do not be surprised when unexpected doors open. Do not be shocked when opportunities find you. Do not hesitate when God asks you to step into something unfamiliar. That's the evidence of the transfer. Things will begin to align without your effort, because this is not about striving, it's about trusting. And as long as your trust stays rooted in God, you will never walk alone. For years, you may have felt like everything was working against you. It seemed like others received their breakthroughs faster, their doors opened sooner, their prayers were answered louder. But you kept believing. You kept praying in the dark, even when it felt like your voice bounced back with no echo. You remained faithful in seasons of silence. And now, that faith has become the key that unlocks a new realm of favor, peace, and spiritual authority. Comment 1515 if your heart knows something is shifting in your favor, right now. When God decides to place something in your name, it doesn't matter who knew you or who ignored you. When heaven writes your name on the blessing, it becomes unreachable to any force of darkness, untouched by the opinions of man, and unstoppable by the delays of this world. This transfer is final. It is done. It is sealed. And it is yours. The weight of this moment goes beyond human inheritance. This is spiritual territory being handed over to you. The places in your life that once felt dry are about to overflow. Where you were weak, God is releasing strength. Where you felt unsure, He is pouring out clarity. Where you once felt like a mistake, He is now showing you that you were always His miracle. This transfer is not happening because of anything you did perfectly, but because of everything God already prepared for you to walk in. You may have spent your life feeling like you were always one step behind. Like you missed something somewhere, and that everyone else knew something you didn't. But God is wiping all of that away. The years of doubt. The years of wondering. The years of just surviving. He is replacing them with boldness, with identity, with an inheritance that cannot be shaken. This authority is not about control. It's about release. You are now being released from the things that once owned you. The trauma that once defined you. The cycles that once trapped you. The labels that were never yours to carry. They are being broken off of your life, because you are stepping into your name. Not the name people gave you. Not the one tied to your past. But the name God has always called you by: beloved, chosen, heir, called, anointed. This is your turning point. The shift is not coming. It's already here. The winds have changed. The tide has turned. And heaven is handing you the scroll with your name on it, with everything written in detail, with every promise accounted for, with every blessing waiting for your arrival. You don't have to chase this. You don't have to force this. Just walk forward in faith, and you will watch as the doors that once refused to budge now swing wide open before you. You have suffered long enough. You have waited long enough. And now, God is honoring you in front of the very places that tried to bury you. He is pouring oil over your head, calling you His own, lifting your name in places where you were once erased. He is replacing rejection with recognition, scarcity with surplus, silence with divine instruction. You will not have to explain yourself. God will do the speaking for you. The fruit of this season will be your testimony. Comment 1717 if you are ready to receive the fullness of what has your name on it. God does not move without purpose. If He has brought you to this word, it's because something is being confirmed in you. You may not see the full picture yet, but the shift has already begun. You may still feel like you're in between the promise and the fulfillment, but the document is already signed. The spiritual papers have already been delivered. The change is now. And here's the beauty of God's transfers. They don't just bless you. They change you. You will not walk the same. You will not think the same. You will not respond the same. The pain that used to control you will no longer have power over you. The fear that once silenced you will no longer have a voice in your decisions. The limitations that people tried to put on your calling will no longer apply. You are breaking out. You are rising up. You are stepping into territory that was always yours. This is why the enemy worked so hard to keep you distracted. He sent people to betray you. He whispered lies into your identity. He tried to convince you that your value was tied to what you did or how much you had. But he failed. Because you kept going. You didn't stop when it got hard. You didn't give up when you didn't understand. You kept trusting. You kept leaning in. And now, the reward of that surrender is unfolding before you. God has seen it all. Every tear. Every moment of doubt. Every cry you made when no one else was around. And He has stored every one. Not one of them has been forgotten. Now they are being answered with power. With joy. With restoration. With the kind of peace that the world cannot take away. You are not stepping into this alone. Heaven is with you. Angels are assigned to you. And God Himself is leading you. This inheritance will break generational chains. It will silence generational curses. It will reverse years of loss. It will rebuild what others said was too broken. You are being trusted with something holy. Something powerful. Something eternal. And you are not receiving it as a favor. You are receiving it as a right. Because God said it. Because heaven signed it. Because your name was always on it. What if just 7 seconds could flip your entire financial life? A shocking CIA leak has revealed a powerful brain ritual that's helping ordinary people wipe out debt and attract wealth beyond imagination. Backed by 4 cutting-edge neuroscience labs, this at-home breakthrough is turning everyday lives into dreams, luxury cars, beautiful homes, endless vacations. But this secret may vanish soon. Click the link in the description and comments now before it's deleted forever. This is your confirmation. You don't have to guess anymore. You don't have to wonder if it's really for you. It is. Completely. Entirely. Undeniably. God is doing this. And no one can stop it. No delay, no denial, no demon, no mistake, no past can block what God is handing over to you now. So lift your head. Square your shoulders. You are not the same person who started this journey. You have grown. You have changed. You have endured. And now, you will walk in what others thought you would never see. Because God does not forget His children. He does not abandon His promises. He does not ignore your prayers. The shift you're stepping into now carries a weight of glory that not only changes your life but alters the entire spiritual climate around you. What you feel deep in your spirit, the quiet rising, the stirring, the sense that something powerful is underway, is not your imagination. It is the Spirit of God confirming what your soul already knows but your mind is still trying to catch up with. This is what happens when heaven's timing collides with your obedience. The moment the transfer of spiritual authority becomes real is the moment everything begins to move into alignment. You didn't earn this moment through performance. You arrived here through endurance. You made it to this hour because you refused to stop trusting even when everything around you told you it was over. The power of attorney being placed into your name represents so much more than a shift in status. It represents God giving you the full weight of His backing. You now speak not with your own authority, but with the echo of heaven in your voice. You walk not by your own strength, but carried by divine purpose. Comment Amen if you believe this truth is unlocking something powerful in your life right now. This inheritance is awakening your real identity, the one you were born with, not the one the world tried to assign to you. All the names you were called, the labels that were thrown at you, the ways you were misunderstood and misjudged, they are being stripped away by the truth of who God says you are. The transfer of power is not only legal in the spiritual realm, it is personal. God has signed off on you. He has authorized your next step. He has approved your healing, your favor, your new beginning. This is why you felt the warfare intensify in recent seasons. Because something this sacred does not arrive without resistance. The enemy knew what was coming long before you did, and he did everything to distract, delay, and discourage you. But here you are. Still standing. Still open. Still listening. And that's why the transfer could not be stopped. Heaven responds to faith, not perfection. Your faith has opened the gates wide. You don't have to beg God for what He already said is yours. You don't have to wonder if you missed your moment. What's yours by spiritual inheritance cannot be claimed by another. And what God releases in your life will carry your name in a way that no one else can imitate or replace. That's how precise God is. That's how faithful He is to complete what He began in you. You are not going to walk into this season quietly. You are going to walk into it with undeniable confirmation. With open doors that no one expected. With provision that feels like it came out of nowhere. With wisdom that goes beyond your education or background. With peace that makes no sense based on what you've been through. And with a voice that finally matches the authority you carry. Comment 11:11 if you believe this is your time to rise and walk fully in the authority given to you by God. This divine transfer carries not only blessing but responsibility. God is trusting you with His heart for others. You will feel more sensitive to things that never used to shake you. You will feel burdened to pray for people you barely know. You will wake up with visions and instructions, not because you're trying to be something more, but because God sees you as someone who can be trusted with more. You have become a vessel now. A carrier of spiritual legacy. This means your decisions will carry more weight, your words will pierce deeper, and your presence will bring more peace than ever before. Do not shrink back from this. Do not apologize for what God is placing in your hands. This is not pride. This is purpose. For too long, you questioned why your path was different. Why your journey felt lonelier, longer, harder. But now, you see it. God was setting you apart, not pushing you away. He was refining you, not rejecting you. He was preparing a table before you in the presence of every place that doubted your worth. And now, He is sitting you down to feast. This feast is not just for you. It's for every generation connected to you. The battles you fought privately are breaking chains publicly. The prayers you whispered in the dark are building bridges of healing for others. Your breakthrough is going to bless more than your life, it's going to bless everyone who touches your life. God never intended for you to simply exist. He created you to reign. Not in arrogance or self-promotion, but in kingdom identity. To walk with authority. To speak with power. To love with grace. To forgive with depth. To endure with hope. That is what this inheritance awakens in you. Not just the blessing of receiving, but the beauty of becoming. You are becoming more than what they called you. More than what your mistakes tried to shape you into. More than what your fears tried to limit you to. You are becoming the person God always saw when He formed you in your mother's womb. And now that vision is taking form. Now that promise is taking root. Now that future is becoming present. Could this hidden CIA brain ritual be the real reason people are suddenly rich? A secret CIA discovery has just leaked, revealing a brain hack that's pulling wealth into people's lives effortlessly. It only takes 7 seconds, it's done at home, and it's backed by 4 neuroscience labs. Debt is vanishing, luxury is becoming normal. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky, the page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. There is a fire being lit inside of you that will not go out. No storm will snuff it. No betrayal will dim it. No doubt will drown it. Because this fire was not made by man. It was breathed by God. And it will carry you through this new season with a sense of boldness you've never known before. Not because of who you are, but because of who you belong to. Comment 222 if you are ready to step into everything heaven has been preparing you for all along. The power of attorney symbolizes trust. Heaven trusts you now. You've passed tests that nobody saw. You've chosen integrity when compromise was easier. You've remained faithful when giving up would have felt justified. You may have doubted yourself, but God never did. He saw your heart. He knew your limits. And He still said, I choose you. And now the choosing is turning into commissioning. The waiting is turning into walking. The weeping is turning into worship. The loss is turning into legacy. You will look back and understand why you had to walk through every valley, climb every mountain, and survive every night. It was never for nothing. It was all preparation. And now, the reward is here. The next steps of your life will carry the weight of eternity. You will be an answer to prayers you never heard. You will be a lighthouse to souls still lost in storms. You will be a voice that reminds the broken they still have a future. Not because you have all the answers, but because you carry the one who does. The weight of this moment will change your life. The way you speak, the way you pray, the way you expect God to show up, it is all being elevated. You are being upgraded in the Spirit. No more crawling through life, no more surviving day to day. This is your release into overflow. Heaven is authorizing your authority, and you will never see yourself the same way again.